What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with another recap video. Today we are finishing green up 360, so a little bit on the smaller side, but I will definitely take it. We're trading WORX, OTRK, and ENVB. I thought ENVB looked the best here pre-market. However, we could not hold the highs here. We could not hold the highs, and I was trading this at the open. But once it started to flush, I pretty much let it go from there and then switched over to ORTK. ORTK had a nice red to green move. So a beautiful red to green move. And you have your flag here. And then we're breaking down, curling back up, breaking back over previous support, which was now resistance. Breaking through there and then breaking through this downward trend line, and that's where I started to trade it. But penny stocks are really tough to scalp. They're very tough to scalp, and I kept giving back my profits. So I kept giving back my profits on ORTK, finishing only up $9, pretty much flat on that ticker. But very nice technical pattern with the bear trap. This is what we call a bear trap. So shorts piling in here, looking for the breakdown, adding, like thinking it's going to fade, and then curling back up, breaking back over that previous support, which now shorts are thinking, all right, this is not looking too good. I'm now looking to cover. So now they're covering into the highs, and that's where we see that nice move. So that was ORTK. I didn't really like the price range. Very tough to scalp for the penny stocks because of the lack of range. The lack of range and the getting filled on micro pennies definitely eats away at profits. And a lot of times it feels like I'm taking more risk than reward on the penny stocks. The other one was WORX, and I'm really surprised this one made a move. I remember pre-market I was saying, this is popping up a little bit on some okay volume, not even that big. And maybe it's potential. And then at the open, this thing opened up very nice from 240 up to 260, pulling back. Nice, beautiful flag here. Quick 1 minute bull flag, and continuing higher and ripping all the way up to 350. So I kind of saw this right around this area. 297, 298 is when I started watching it and starting trading it. And my main goal was just, all right, let's put up some small size and see how the stock reacts. And did have a little bit of a spread at times, so it was a little tricky, and it was definitely very choppy in the range. But we did see some good opportunity after this front side. We had this nice 1 minute pullback here with a nice range here from the low of 308 all the way up to 355. And then now consolidating. Very tough to capture this range because of the spread, but once we broke down, here's a bear trap. So breaking down, shorts thinking this is going to fade. And once we reclaim these previous lows, you want to be either buying at the low, anticipating the reclaim, or after the reclaim, getting in after the bottoming tail, looking for the push higher. Ideally, you want to be in the low of this candle, already anticipating that the bears could be getting trapped, because then it puts you in a better position here to add to your position, and then your stop may be $3 or $302, which would be a pretty decent stop, and then taking profit into the push. But we did see that attempted push for a potential attempted breakout, but we did reject the highs and fading back below. So here you have this kind of descending trend line, and then we hold the lows here and curl right back up. And I'm thinking like, wow, I'm very surprised that we did see this curl back up. It's I haven't seen a stock like this actually curl up and make a second leg in at least a week. So definitely surprised. And once we got this nice flag here, I knew that we'd see something, at least another test of the high. I was not expecting this massive rip from 340 just teleporting up to 395, but I had a really nice trade in here, adding at 340, buying at 344, adding at 349, and then I got a top tick fill here at 395. So literally at the top of this candle, I got a top tick fill on half of that position, and then the rest of the position around 360s. And that was a nice couple $100 winner. But it wasn't really big size, because my conviction overall on this ticker was very low, and I had no idea that this would actually have a 40-cent win or a 50-cent win, a win potential. I had no idea this was going to rip 50 cents, but it did. I was really expecting like maybe a break by a couple cents and then a rejection of the highs. So that's why I was a little bit more reserved. And overall, I was really reserved on this ticker, which, on one hand, definitely could have probably left some profits on the table. But, the past few days, I've been very slow. It's been easy to get into a drawdown. So just trying to manage my downside risk before I start putting on size. And, if I can see something like this again tomorrow, then definitely be a little bit more active. I could have been a little bit more active on this ticker. We had a lot of like nice dips in this area that I could have taken. Here's another bear trap. So, breaking down previous support, shorts piling in, and then it reclaims. And then you see that push and squeeze. We didn't see the squeeze to the high, but we did see a little bit of a move here. And it had a pretty decent range in the consolidation. And then also here, you had this support here again. And again, that same setup, breaking previous support, and then reclaim and push. Even though it doesn't push to the high, it still gives like 30 cents, a share. So it's a really great range. I could have been definitely a little bit more active in this stock. I didn't even trade this area, this bear trap. I only traded this breakout, really, and maybe some small green in this area. I think in this area we had a nice bid, and then I just started buying, but it was only on like 300 shares, so it wasn't even that much size. I can show in the recording the bid that I saw, just so you guys can see what I'm looking at. But definitely gave a nice push after that bid. Like I said, yeah, these dips are very nice. Getting caught in the highs are dangerous, especially in a colder market. Getting caught in highs are dangerous, which is, again, is another reason why in this area I was, smaller size. In a hotter market, I'd be open, taking 2 to 3K share size on something like this. But, market sentiment definitely does have an influence on whether or not, what type of size I'm pushing. And yeah, while yes, I could have been taking, while yes, I did leave money on the table, the risk is always more important for me than the reward. Just managing my downside risk always comes first, and that's just how I am as a person. I don't like to be in long drawdowns. I don't like to be clawing back out of a drawdown for a week. It's just like the worst feeling ever. I prefer to stay, near all-time highs in my account. Maybe only 1 or 2 green days off the highs. Nothing really more than that. And that kind of keeps me emotionally stable. It keeps me level-headed, calm, cool, and collected. Overall, like optimistic. And just always feels like I like the feeling of making progress, I guess. I don't like getting, a couple weeks off the highs, and it just does like that type of like drawdown, like a couple weeks off the highs or even a week off the highs of green days. It definitely does damage to my confidence and my overall well-being, I guess I could say. And for me, it's just not worth it. So that's why I'm always fixated on my risk before, potential profits. And so, yeah, so it was still kind of a cold market. We did see a decent move here from 230 up to 417, which is about 75% move. And it wasn't the biggest move. It wasn't the biggest move, but definitely enough to make some money on it. Hopefully, we can start seeing a little bit more momentum for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and hopefully for the rest of the month. To be honest with you, I don't want the momentum to slow down. I don't want the market to slow down. I want it to stay hot like everyone else. We want it to stay hot. I want to keep high volume. Want to keep you know, these low floats popping off, that's where we can really dial in. Like, I'm ready to dial in even more. I'm ready to, you know, size up even more than I did the last cycle. The last cycle of a hot market, I was doing 20K position sizes. I had a 130K position size. This is dollar amount, not share size, but yeah, $20,000 position size, $30,000 position size, $10,000 position size was like my starter in February for that hot cycle. And like, I'm ready for this next wave of momentum. I want to push it even farther than that. I'm ready to push it even farther than that. But got to be patient and got to wait for those opportunities to come to me first. I can't force that because, you know, it's easy to get caught in something like this at the high. Let's say, you know, I'm taking a $20,000 position size, which would be what, 5, 6. I'd be in about 6,000 shares here at the high, looking for this breakout, and then it drops 20 cents. That's an instant $1,200 loss. And then if you do it again up here, you know, it's another, it could be another $1,200 loss. But then again, I guess if you nail this breakout, you know, that's a 30 cent, you know, that's a $2K, $2,500 winner. So I guess it's all, you know, if you can get that timing right and not get chopped out too much in the colder market. But what else do we have here? So that was it for that. Oh yeah, we were going to show that big bid. That's right. So let's pull this up. No, this is the wrong day. This was yesterday. Let's go to today. WORX. Give me the WORX. WORX. All right, so we're getting this push up here to $3. Trying to just throw out some starter sizes here, small sizes. Trying to get a feel for the ticker. Definitely has a wide spread. It's a little bit like tough to time or tough to read the level 2. And when do we see that bid here? And once I see, let's see here. I know it's coming up. And boom, right there. Let's pull this up again. Once I see this, wait, come on, not yet. Oh, trying to get it right on the dot here. Okay, there it is. Once I see that, what is that? That is 2, 6, 7. So that's 70,000 shares. 70,000 shares at 310. That's, what is that, like $210,000 looking to buy this stock? You see this. This is an instant buy. This is just fucking slam the damn buy button. And that's what I did. But I only had 100 shares in my order entry window. So, you know, I didn't have time to change my share size. I just, whatever I had in there, I was just buying. So here I am. Once I see that, I'm like, all right, buy. I just hit the buy button 4 times. Whatever I had was it. And then we got a push, you know, from 310. We got that 310 bid all the way up to 329. I getting out there at 324, 325, somewhere in that area. And yeah, once you see that, like on the level 2, that's definitely, you know, a good entry. And you keep that 310 spot, should be your backstop. I mean, if you don't get that instant pop after seeing that order, you know, hold until, you know, you see 310 starting to get chipped away. If 310 starts getting chipped away, then maybe sell into that and use that as your liquidity. But I don't think it did ever come back to that 310 area. Wait, here we are. I don't think I see that order. It must have gotten filled. Yeah, so I don't see it. It dumped down to 310. I don't see it here. But this was also another great 1 minute pullback there. If you could have got in there at the low of that candle, you could have got that nice push up to 350s. So, you know, very decent price action. I'm very actually happy with the price action we got on WORX compared to yesterday, because we actually had something. Like, it was actually something to trade. Like, it was, you could actually trade it. And then this one trade, I guess I'll show you guys while I'm here. If you guys want to watch the rest of the archive, it'll be available at MMU. The link will be in the description for you guys to check that out. If you guys subscribe to the Triad Trading's daily live trading archives through MMU, you'll get the full archive of every single day that I trade. But here's this one trade here. Again, you know, this is a very risky trade. This stock here at the highs is dangerous. Look at all these topping tails. It's dangerous, even this one. So, you know, I knew the risk was there, but you see it on the tape. You just see the conviction on the tape. And you look, I'm just looking at the ask. Looking at the ask. All right, 45. There's a lot of shares at 45. If this starts getting chipped away, maybe I put in a starter, since 45, if we break 45, we'll be testing key levels. And I want to be in with a starter for that test of key levels and maybe add into it. So, boom, okay, look at that. All 344.99. There goes 349, getting in there at 48. Now look, there's another thing there's another order at 50. Let's watch this again. There's another block at 50, and I'm like, all right, at 50, I got to buy into 50 if I start seeing 50 getting chipped away. So 45 is getting chipped away, and then we go immediately to 50. Boom. You saw the orders there at 50. I just bought there at 40, 349.32. I mean, I added into my position, which ultimately isn't a big position, but you know, $2,100 or something like that. It still turned out to be a very nice trade. Nice exit there. I got an exit down here. You can't see enough because my face is in the way. All right, there it goes. Popped up. So 395. And 367. So I top ticked. That usually never happens. That usually never, ever happens. But I guess someone covered at the high, and I was lucky. I was the lucky guy for that short seller to be covering into my sell order, I guess. Or whatever. But the rest I got out at 367, which is pretty decent. I guess it's pretty decent. Overall, there's some pretty decent opportunity. I hope we, you know, continue to see at least something, you know, at least something as decent as WORX, even though it didn't make a massive move in percentage-wise. It only went up 75, 100%. You know, hopefully even this move is enough to be big green. Even this is enough to pull a few grand or more out of the market. You know, even though it's short-lived, it didn't go that much. The price action, you know, you could still, you know, scalp the dips here. You can ride the front side. You can catch that breakout that I got and a couple of these dips in here. You know, if you can capture that, you know, 10, 20 cents over and over again on some decent size, you know, you could be sitting on a 2K, 3K green day, which is definitely, you know, what I'm trying to eventually get to. But it is baby steps. It's a baby steps, and it's slow progress over time. On a day like this, a few months ago, I'd probably only be sitting up $100, to be honest with you. Usually, you know, a few months ago, $300, that was like my bigger green day. That was when the market was hot. When the market was hot, I was making $360. Now the market's slow, and I'm making $360. So, you know, I'm definitely inching in the right direction. You know, just gotta, you know, focus on slow, sustainable progress. And I'm definitely a firm believer of definitely taking it slow and, you know, protecting your capital, because your capital is your lifeline. Protecting your confidence, because your confidence is what drives your growth in share size and with progress. I mean, if you're not confident in yourself, you know, you'll eventually quit. So, you know, you got to protect your confidence and take it slow. So, that's it with the recap. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Also subscribe if you're new, and check out the links in the description. All right, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.